Oh, I don't know where I've ended up now. I'm on a bloody platform for a barbecue and a beer. But it's definitely not for everyone. And they are looking to reimagine. Okay, I've lived in London for quite a long time now, and Canary Wharf, to me, it's a bit of a bizarre one. I know we've been exploring some weird areas, but Canary Wharf has honestly been one of the fastest developing areas of London in the last kind of 20, 30 years. And I want to kind of have a proper look because I feel like it has a bit of a weird perception, along with a giant hidden underground shopping centre, which I'll try and explore, but Google isn't very supportive. If you know, you know. And as you see, lots of very interesting skyscrapers, some more modern than others. We have listed buildings and everything in between. Some say that Canary Wharf is one of the worst and weirdest places to be in London. I feel like it's changed over the last few years, especially post-COVID with the changes with office working. And I thought, it's a Saturday, all right, and I've come here, I think it's like 12:30. I know people were upset with me over my Westfield one because I went first thing. Let's go and see, what is this place like on a Saturday? Or is it just a Monday to Friday place? Can you believe I am in an East London postcode? That doesn't usually happen on this channel. I ventured out. It took me not too long to get here, I must admit. But Canary Wharf is known as the central business district. It's not the full financial district, we're a stone's throw, but more on that. I'll tell you a little bit of history as we go around. But anyway, let's get going. Now, the perception of Canary Wharf is a bit meh, a bit grey, full of investment bankers and people that probably earn too much money. But is it dead on the weekend already? I'm thinking no, it is pretty busy. Always seems like an excessive amount of clocks, doesn't it? I kind of wish they'd got, I don't know, got different countries, but hey, I do appreciate the kind of late or mid-90s perception of modern architecture. But what time is it, guys? It's time that you subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, that is. Now, for a number of years, Canary Wharf has been a bustling, busy part of London with over 100,000 people who work here every day. I don't know if they're doing a full Monday to Friday. Comment below, guys. Do you work in Canary Wharf? And yes, you have got some of the European head offices, some of the biggest banks in the world, like your HSBC, Barclays, I think Morgan Stanley and a few others. And as I kick off, you can see there's not many people walking around here because they're all underground, which we will come on to a little bit later on. Okay, I'm gonna have to balance you in the bush. Don't be offended. But yes, 100 years ago, but less than that actually, this was still a bit of a wetland, a bit of a marshy area, and it then developed into a dockland. Yes, all of this area eventually developed into different docks. As you can see, quite a lot of the architecture as we go around is still very authentic, original, and a lot of it is listed now. But a lot of this is residential, and we've had a significant change over the last 20 years. But with time, especially after the Second World War, you know, water shipping wasn't as big as it was. People were putting things on the road, let's be honest, and or by train still. And this area kind of went a bit downhill. Quickly, in modern times, I feel like I've not walked past so many bars in such a short space of time. Oh, there's some fun things going on over here. Would you look at that? The sun has come out. Thank you, sun. But then a top investment bank executive wanted to turn this area into a bit of a back office for the financial area over in the real city. Oh no, I think maybe their hot tub's broken down. A little AA for the for the hot tub is needed. But yes, across the River Thames, the land is a lot cheaper here, or was a lot cheaper. And so a lot of the banks moved their head offices to here, and there was obviously loads of land to build all of these beautiful skyscrapers and yeah, pay a little bit less rent. So through the 80s and 90s, it was all developed, but there's a little bit of a, I guess, a pinch of what was here before, some of the dockland buildings, which are no doubt very nice to live in. And a lot of them are listed, I think I mentioned earlier. Look at the contrast though. So yeah, you have got the 80s, 90s and early 2000s interpretations of modern architecture. I feel like GCSE Hannah would have loved this. I swear every single, all the flies, every single GCSE project I ever did in art or graphics was always architecture like this. Don't know what that was all about, but hey. But actually scooting back to the 90s, I did read, obviously that there were some homes here, but the developers acquired, or probably paid minimal, let's be honest, to acquire their homes, and they were very upset with it. And I did even read that apparently when all of these buildings were being built, for those who did still live here, they had an interruption with their TV signals and things like that, because I think the area wasn't used to having such high buildings. Imagine trying to watch the telly and that thing goes up and then you can't watch Coronation Street. What a pain. And you know me, if I can find any of these flats for sale in the old buildings or the new ones, I'll throw a few up. But yes, they did definitely market a lot of this, obviously, to the professionals, the wealthy professionals working in the area, with a lot of shops and entertainment to go with it, to hook people to stay here. Wow, look at those cranes. They have now had to keep quite a lot of the old details, the old objects, which I think is quite good. I did read that they basically flattened everything a little bit too quick, and then they had to kind of put the old buildings as listed buildings. And you can see across there the DLR. I always think it's quite cute. The driverless trains. I think this is a great example. You can see all of the docks and where obviously the man-made elements are. And you've got a lot of water still around here. A lot of people go swimming apparently in the docks. I'm not sure about that. Oh, look at this though. I do love how over the last kind of 10 years, there are so many more places to eat and drink. I mean, look at that, the Big Easy up there. Get yourself a barbecue and a beer. What a view. This is mad though. On the left, you've obviously got lots of construction. It's going to be some science centre for, I don't know, something or other. And then you've got one of the little, would you call it a canal or just part of the dock? Some people in their little hot tub thing, enjoying life. And then you've got this huge thing, which is the Canary Wharf station, or part of it anyway, the Elizabeth line. But as someone who doesn't come here very often, I do find you get lost very easily. One thing to note though, as I walk around, it is incredibly clean and tidy, and you would have seen there's lots of rules to make sure there's no antisocial behaviour, or they'll try to. Look at that little garden, that water garden, very nice, and there's a lot of places to eat. A little injection of colour. I think there's a little bit of colour missing. I think they also could add a few more, I don't know, a bit of green here and there, but wow, that is quite the sight. I think One Canada Square is probably the most famous. I know I've probably shown it about 5 times already, but at one point it was the tallest building in the UK. And we all like to eat, and we've got this massive market hall. I think it's called Cargo, I can't quite read it through the glass. Let's get a quick look in here. I was getting wafts of food, guys. Oh God, I need to spray my trainers with protector. Anyway, and I would say this is something that's definitely missing a little bit in central London, is an undercovered heated, it's nice and cozy in here, guys, place where people can go and get whatever they want as a group of friends. This is fantastic. I'm going to give you some example food prices. A classic burger, £9.95. It's definitely London prices still, not horrendous. Nice and modern in here. There's hardly been anything in London for Oktoberfest, but this is a very drink-heavy area. There you go, some prices for you. Now, I mentioned COVID a minute ago, didn't I? Lockdown and all that time, my gosh. Because a lot of people now, obviously they work remotely, and being a financial area, there's other, companies and things here. A lot of people work remotely fully and have remote contracts, and the offices essentially are not needed. And I did read that apparently up to 20%, we're not sure if that is true, but 20%, of the offices here are empty, have not been let out. And they are looking to reimagine, that's probably a work term I shouldn't use, but they are reimagining how they use office spaces and adding things like entertainment, terraces, gardens, and hooks to get people to rent the buildings, but also to want to come into the office. I just find this place really hard to navigate. Like, I want to go along here to this passage, but I don't really know how to get to it. I need to go through there. Oh, actually, I think I'm being stupid. I just need to go up the stairs. I do find every time I've ever been here, it's very windy, isn't it? But the Crossrail area also has an amazing rooftop garden. I've also heard quite a lot of drama, guys. I'm gonna have to edit out. I think I've accidentally filmed about 3 domestics where it's all kicking off. Baby screaming. There was a man just back there telling someone that they had his money. Oh, it's all kicking off. This made me laugh. Free cash withdrawals. I feel like the font size, a little bit cheeky. I feel like you could literally be anywhere in the world, right? We could be, I don't know, in Boston, we could be in Chicago, making it up now. Oh, there's a Waitrose. And you then have got the underground world, which we are going to come on to shortly. yeah, you have like the dockland areas where you've got that kind of authentic original buildings. There's not much of it. Obviously I can't walk around the whole area. There's a lot more to the south, including Mudshoot Farm, which I went to many moons ago. Let's not get run over. Yeah, and every so often you walk between a building and you get some daylight. It's really weird. I think I would find it quite difficult living here, if I'm honest with you. Just my personal view, I don't know if I could cope with, I guess, everything being so modern, or the vast majority, I'm going to say 80% modern. And the main hook, honestly, being eating out. I mean, that you really wouldn't starve a bit here. But you might be thinking, Hannah, there's another residential building being built. I know what you're thinking, Hannah, not many people live here, but they do. Now, just down south, oh, I can see the sun, it feels amazing. But there's a lot of residential high-rises here, a lot of very expensive places to live. So, you know, walking around, I can only assume everyone is down below. I'm still not sure if that's my cup of tea, but they're loving it and the sun's out for them. However, before you go and Google whether you have a floating hot tub boat opportunity in your city, make sure you do it using the fastest and best VPN in the world, NordVPN. Or maybe you want to browse the web and look for hotels and flights to come to Canary Wharf, or maybe somewhere in London. And by changing your virtual presence to another country, you can browse the web safely. I don't know, maybe see how much one of those flats are. Probably quite a lot. Oh, sunglasses on, but yes, one of the benefits of using a VPN is not only can you browse the web safely, you can change your virtual presence. Maybe you're in the US and you want to change it to the UK. You sometimes can get better prices for things like flights, hotels, and car hire, or the other way around. I often change mine to the US to get some deals. And a feature I love is their threat protection, which will protect you for things like ads and trackers. It won't protect you from the sun. I feel like I should have put some SPF on today. So if you want to give it a go, make sure to use my link below, something very special for you. On a 2-year deal, you will get a whopping 4 months for free, which I think is pretty epic. So make sure you use my link, no one else's link, and yeah, get yourself protected with NordVPN. Now, without further ado, let's go into, there's an award-winning park across the way. Also, I didn't knock these down. They were already there, I promise. Anyway. I feel like that old post box kind of looks out of place, does it not? But let's go into Jubilee Park. This is a well-known little place to hang out. And also the proximity to the station. Look at these little raised water features, they're cool. This place is so bizarre. They've got all these kind of like walkways where you can go through. So I guess do I go through here? And you would have noticed the kind of, I guess, it opens automatically. The anti-social logos and things, but I guess they built so much stuff here that it's actually quite difficult to walk around. I feel like I'm walking through someone's office. But this is what I was hoping to see. We're a little bit more south now. I'm not going to go down all of the areas, as I'm sure you can appreciate, but yeah, this is residential. And I know a lot of you are tutting at me saying, Hannah, hardly anyone lives here. There's thousands and thousands of apartments here. I just wonder if they're here at the weekend. There are so mmany places to eat here. There's obviously a heavy drinking element hook to it, which, hey, is what it is. You're in the UK. If you don't like it, tough, I guess. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange area, but do comment below. Is this your cup of tea? Is this your vibe? Would you like to work here? I'm sure, well, I know it's very hustle and bustly, obviously during the week when there's over 100,000 people working here, but it's definitely not for everyone. I have tried to find some info on rental changes over the few years, but I can't find much. They're definitely advertising them. But this, I think, is absolutely mad. Look at these apartments on the front here. They're giving late 90s, mid 90s. I'm guessing those dates. You've got the funny little DLR, which always makes me laugh. And then, yeah, the 2000s architecture. It's all just a bit of a mishmash there, isn't it? Also, this bridge, that's what that noise is. Oh, they aren't actually apartments. Ironically, they're actually, a lot of them are letting agents and things, but how bizarre. Inception. Does it not? It might, because that building, you can kind of see the stilt structure underneath. I can't really get across the scale. It's very strange walking around here. And then suddenly there'll be no one. Obviously people are walking towards certain train stations, and there's obviously little pockets, or big pockets, of places to eat and drink. Where am I going now? One really annoying thing about Canary Wharf is, for some reason, Google Maps, it thinks that I'm on completely the other side of the water. So yes, the Isle of Dogs is down south. We'll have to leave that for another day. I think this whole place is a window cleaner's dream, or nightmare, depending on whether they own the company. But look at this, Jubilee Place Mall. Yes, we usually call them shopping centres, but mall usually fits better on a sign. And this is one of 5, yes, 5 connected malls that are underground, and I find very strange, and it's a little bit stressful. I've even pre-downloaded the map, because last time I was here, yeah, Google didn't help and I didn't know where I was. Some of you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. It is madness. But under here, we're only a level down at the moment. You have got row upon row of slightly overwhelming number of stores. There's over 300 shops and 70 to 80 places to eat. A lot of it. What I was trying to say is a lot of the stores are a little bit higher price point than average. Obviously a bit of an affluent area when it comes to the types of jobs that are here. There are multiple places to get food. It's, oh, guys, this place is absolutely humongous. I'm only going to show you a bit of it. Oh, maybe I'll get some food after. So I'm in the orange section on the left. I want to get to the red section and then up to the green section and then eventually to the purple. Oh my days. It's like a labyrinth. I'm sure some people watching this will know this area very well and be laughing at me. All right, quick pit stop. I have to get a wrap from here. They're really nice. Smoky paprika. Item only, £7.49. I was thinking I was hungry. It's nearly 2:30, but that wrap was very nice. But let's continue. It's so weird. There's no maps or anything. It just has signs to all of the different tube stations as you go along. But yeah, oh, I might pop into Cos. Lots of very nice shops. Now we go up to the next section. This is just really bizarre. It's a really different tiered shopping experience. I think I've overshot Zara and Massimo Dutti. That might have to be another day. I feel like this place is quite depressing for me, my view. Oh no. Okay, let's go into the next shopping area. What I do find interesting is that kind of marbled wall. It's very 90s, even 80s interpretation of modern architecture, right? And interior design, even the floor. Obviously they can't change it all. It reminds me a little bit of New York when I was a lot younger, when we went on a trip once, and the kind of bit under the World Trade Center. I don't know, do you agree? If I worked here, I think I would love this, because obviously you've got everything. Oh, well, lucky I was going to go to Farmer J. Obviously some of the food places don't need to be open at the weekend. I think this is the first map that I've seen. Oh, another sign to another tunnel to another section. Right, I'll do one more. I'm flagging, guys. This is making me quite miserable. I think the low ceilings, the noise, I think most people probably don't know where they're going, I'm gonna assume. Do we go down here? No. Let's try down here. So there is definitely no air conditioning in here. Whew, and it's a bit stanky with all the food places, also big Greg's. As I walk along, I do have to say, everywhere that I've been has been super accessible. You would have seen with ramps and stuff like that. So yeah, obviously they've got everything that you need here. Well, I don't think there's that. I think all the shops are quite expensive. I get the appeal. I totally get the appeal. I think this kind of shopping experience just isn't for me. Who designed this? What? Oh my God. What's up here? Okay. This is terrible. I'm losing the plot a bit, guys. Is that Massimo Dutti? No. Oh, the Zara. Wait, it's near. There is hope. I think they just made the Zara bigger and the map I have is out of date. Oh dear. I think this shopping centre has just sucked the life out of me. I'll do a bit of online shopping. All right, do we go that way? That way? That way? Or that way? Oh, I don't know where I've ended up now. I'm on a bloody platform. But look at that with the glass. What a nice station. Put a fork in me. I am done, guys. I was hoping to show you a little bit more of the shopping centre, but yeah, I'm sure you can understand. You get to that point when you're shopping or you're in a shopping centre and you're like, yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good here. Now, let me know, is Canary Wharf the lifestyle, the vibe that you would go for? I definitely understand the appeal. I totally get it. I'm sure it's pretty cool to work in the area. Obviously, you've got all the convenient stuff below ground. It's not necessarily a place that I would probably pop to anytime soon. I'm trying to get a shot of one of these funny little trains. Do they have a driver? No, driverless. DLR. Oh, ground's a bit wobbly. Goodness. Okay, it's a little less awkward to end the vlog now, but yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. Is it my cup of tea? Not really. I actually found it a little bit depressing, that shopping centre, but like I said, I do get the hook. I do understand. Comment below, have you ever been to Canary Wharf? There's quite a lot of tourists here and a lot of photographers, rightly so. I think it's good weather. I mean, the weather's a little bit iffy. Anyway, I will see you next Friday, and yeah, let me know what you want to see. I'm going to stop waffling. And I'll see you next Friday at 6 p.m. Bye, guys. Also, I want to go and get my nails done because I picked that one off in a meeting the other day because I was stressed. I might have a look if there's places to go downstairs. Wish me luck. Bye, guys.